Hello, this is Claudia and I will be presenting on how to make lattice card for Christmas on behalf of bubblespar.com. This is the first video that will be showcasing Bubblespar digital designs as well as other products. We start with a salmon color base card fold on top, from which I cut a label window shape with my silhouette machine. A smaller size paper with the same cut in the middle we use to cover up the mess we create on the backside. The paper I used is from Eurolined, a pre-cut A5 with a linen structure, that means 13.5 times 27 centimeters long. In order to fold this, we will score it with my score pal, and we have to slide it half a centimeter over, so I can use the 14 centimeter groove in order to fold it perfectly in the middle. Then I use my bone folder to create a crisp fold. Besides our base card, I have also cut 20 strips of 2 mm from the same color cardstock as we have our base card. This will be our lattice. We will be adhering it down with some Tombow multi-glue. For this to work, we have to secure the card base to the grid mat, and I'm doing so with some washi tape. Once it is secure, I will put some dots of glue where the lines of my grid mat will intersect the cardstock. I will use the line of my grid mat to actually make sure that my lattice is straight on a diagonal base. I'm looking now for the linen structure that will be facing down on my cardstock so that it will show on the front of the card. Now I'm lining up the strips with my grid and pressing it down. I will do this exercise all the way up on one direction only for this time. I have finished on this direction, and with the help of a cutting knife I will adhere on the other direction the rest of the strips. I decided not to put the glue down because first I want to line them perfectly up and then I will use the glue later on. As you can see, I'm threading the paper, one up, one down, one up and down, and the other one will be in the other direction. This will create a really nice threading pattern on our lattice, and it will give it a much greater support structure. I will repeat this exercise until I reach the bottom of the card. As you can see, I'm on the last strips that I will be using. The last one is a bit fiddly. And now I will be gluing up all the loose ends. Make sure they're all glued up and they don't move. You don't want them falling over. I'm gluing on the other side now. Once it's done, it's time to cut the ends that stick out too much. We don't want those to be seen. Now it's time to see how it looks on the other side and to put the cover on the back side so that we don't see all these ends in there. We have to make it nice and clean. As you can see, it looks really nice on the front, just like a lattice would. And now we can perfectly align the other window card on the side using a snail, some glue. I put quite a lot of glue because I really want this card to stick, and since it has a linen structure, sometimes it is necessary to have a lot of glue. With this, we have finished the base of our card. Now it's time to go and make some embellishments. I'm gonna use some Nelly Schnellen punches and dry embossing punches. They're the poinsettia line and with the holy leaf. I got them, I suppose, from Petals in the Netherlands. So I'm punching now a few of them, and then I'll bring in some color. I'm punching also the small ones. That should be enough for now. What I'm doing now is trying a Bubble Spark digital print of our green snow. This is a paper I printed on my own printer at home, and I like it because it will give a nice tone-on-tone color for our leaves. You will see in a minute when I show you close by how beautiful it's seen. You're not gonna notice the snowflakes, but the colors are really pretty. What I will do now is use the other part, which is the dry embossing punch, to make the flowers look really pretty and raised. This will give them some dimension. I will do this with all the flowers. And now I'm bringing in a craft sheet so I can start coloring in. I'm bringing some distressings to the table, some scattered straw, some tattered roses, some Victorian velvet, and I think that's dark soot. I'm starting with the scattered straw in the middle. Doesn't matter if it's not only in the middle, it will not show in the end, only the middle will show. And I'm doing this with all the big flowers in the beginning. Yeah, I have tried tattered roses, but it's not enough red, so I don't like it. I will change to barn red. And this will really make them pop. This will really make them red. So I will use this one. So I'm sponging the edges really fast. And in the end, I'm gonna bring in some dark soot just to make them pop even bigger. This dark color will really make them show up nicely on the card. Don't worry about your fingers, the ink will wash off eventually. Now I'm doing the same process with the smaller print, with the smaller flowers, and then we'll be ready to go to the next stage. Don't forget to clean your fingers a little bit so that you don't mess up the base card, and also your surface. You don't want that red to show on the inside of the card. Now I'm gonna bring some scattered straw onto the label shape, just so I give it a bit more definition, and it pops up from the middle of the card because everything has the same color. What I like about the linen structure is that the color really picks up on the raised edges and makes it darker, but it's not possible to see now in these lights. After I finish with all my colors, I'll go around and start creating my embellishments. I'll use some mini glue dots, and I'll create some different types of flowers. Some will have 2 sets of petals and a leaf, some only 1 set of petals, some will be pretty simple. I'm using the cutting knife to pick up the glue dot. It's easier this way. This one is just 1 simple flower, and I'm using some Tombow Mona multi-glue to adhere it down. Once I think I have all I need, I will start placing them on the card to get an idea about what positioning I want to have. I'm not yet ready to commit to everything. I just need to see if I'm gonna use them all or just parts of it, and if I need to make even more embellishments. I realized that I needed another one with just 1 leaf to make it a bit symmetrical. And some smaller ones in between. Once I've decided that this is all I'm going to use, I'm going to adhere them to the card using Tombow Mono multi glue. I could have used some glue dots, but this is faster. So the glue doesn't dry out immediately, so you can still play with the shapes till you get them into the position you want, and then if you press down long enough, it will dry out. Now notice that they're not really all that standing out. We're gonna fix that soon. Once they're all adhered, I fix them by adding some pearls, some red pearls in the middle of the flowers, some smaller pearls for the smaller flowers and bigger pearls from the bigger flowers. These are from Book and Vordil. And then I added some glitter on all the petals. This glitter I got from a second-hand shop, something like 10 cents a bottle. It's very cheap, but it just gives a really nice effect on it. The glue will dry clear, so only the glitter will show in the end. Now this really makes a Christmassy card in the end. Forgot some spots. So this is how it looks. And now all we need is a sentiment down in the corner. So I'm gonna use a sentiment set from Marianne Designs, and I'm gonna use this little one, Sweet Wishes, in the corner. I think it will be very nice. Doesn't have to be too big because the flowers are big already, so we don't want to overwhelm it. I will stamp it on the same color cardstock, but then I will pop it up. I'm stamping in color box chalking. This color seems to work very good on this card. And then I will cut it down with my Tim Holtz scissors. I'm not leaving a margin because it already has a border there from the stamp set, so it's not necessary. I'm using some small pop dots bought from some Euro shop long time ago. You can use any pop dots you want for this. I'm lining up my card with my grid mat so I can get it in the right position and straight. And that finishes up the card. For more information, visit us at our website and our blog, and there will be a blog post with all the materials used in this video tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you and to hear from you if you liked it or not.